70-something years, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Let's talk about Cleveland High. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be honest with you, when there were 2 or 3 people that came to me in, it must have been May or June, and said, hey, have you ever thought of running for mayor? And I said, no. And they said, what do you think about it? And I said, no. And they said, well, just think about it a little bit. And they left, and they came back about 3 weeks later, and they said, have you thought about it? And I said, well, I thought about it a little bit. I went and I talked to, I'm a member of the Central Church of Christ over here. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, right there across the street from the high school. And, I know a lot of you know Bob Merle. Bob was an accountant here in town, Merle Hall McIntosh, for a number of years. And I went and talked to Bob and saw what, asked him his opinion on it, what he thought, and he encouraged me to do it. I've been serving the city in various capacities for 30 years. I've been the chairman of the Parks Board in the city of Moore. I was on the original Parks Board when Mayor Lewis set it up in 1995. I was one of the original members. John Painter was elected chairman. You know John? Mm-hmm. John moved out of town a month later. I got to be chairman. So I became the chairman of the Parks Board and served in that capacity for 15 years before we decided let's start switching this up a little bit. Overall, I was the chairman for about 20 of the 30 years that we had that. I'm the chairman of Moore Youth and Family Services Board here in town, which is an organization that we've helped on a number of times. I'm the vice chairman of the Crime Stoppers of Moore Board, which does a lot with the police department here. I'm not telling you that to brag. What I'm telling you is we are at a point in the city of Moore right now. I love Glenn Lewis. Glenn has done a great job. Glenn's been sick for 3 years. We have had a leadership vacuum for a while. And that's a position that when these men came to me, asked me, that's the reason that they asked me, because I've been able to be a leader in some community efforts. The quarter-cent sales tax that built a new fire station over here. I was on the board for that, helped raise money for that. It's funny, I tell people, I feel like I've raised money for every effort the city of Moore's had for the last 40 years. Hardest thing in the world is asking people to donate to a campaign. It really is. It's the craziest thing I've ever done. I've been able to help in every other way. I was the chairman of the board. 2 years ago, I was chairman of the board for the city, for the Chamber of Commerce here in the city of Moore. A relationship that needs to be massaged, a relationship that really needs to be developed even more, is between the city and the business community in town. As the president of that chamber, when I talk to people, you would be shocked at how many of our business leaders, business owners in town have never met the mayor. Never met the mayor. That's not his fault. What I'm saying is we need that. We need an ambassador for the city of Moore. We need someone that can continue to develop the relationship that we have with the state, with Mark, with Darrell Weaver, with those relationships that we have. Those need to be enhanced. We need someone that can develop the relationship and continue the relationship we have with Cleveland County, which is hugely important to us. And that relationship needs to be solid, and it needs to be massaged. When they came to me and asked me if I could do this, the more I thought about it, the more I thought, no one loves the city of Moore more than I do. And if the city of Moore is going to have a cheerleader, if we're going to have an ambassador, if we're going to have someone that can try to pull people together, then I feel like I can do that as well as anybody. And I feel like I have a responsibility to do that, because I want these people that are moving to Moore now, these people that have children in the city of Moore now, to have the same childhood we had. They deserve the same childhood and the same opportunities that we had growing up in Moore, which was a great place to be a kid. We all know that. It was a great place to be a kid. And that's what I want to help continue. I don't have an agenda of things that need to be fixed. I want us to enhance the relationships that we have. I want to maybe provide some leadership where that has been lacking over the last few years. And that's the reason I'm running. That's the reason I agreed to do it. So I would appreciate your vote, I appreciate your support. I love this club. I think this club can do some good things. And I want us to keep growing as a club, you know, whether I'm elected or not, I'm not leaving the club. But, you know, we want to keep this club growing, but I appreciate you guys giving me a chance. Manny, appreciate you giving me a chance to address
Have
everybody.
any questions for?
Yeah.